Nithyanandam Kevalam Dvandvaतीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ हां हौं शिवाय नमः। 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 Please take your Panchapadmans in your hand. Place your hand in the Gokarna Mudra and please take a sip of water from the base of your palm along with the mantra. Om Atmatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Wash your hands with an agni of water. Now with the base of your right hand thumb, wipe your lips twice from right to left along with the mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hands with an agni of water. Now with the tips of your right hand, index, middle and ring fingers touch above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Index finger and thumb join together. Touch the right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of your right hand, ring finger and thumb join together. Touch your right eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your hands with an agni of water. Now with the base of your right hand, touch your navel center, right chest, left chest. And with all five fingers joined together, touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and your heart center. Wash your hands with an agni of water. We will now be entering into the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Please clasp, hold the conscious visualization of the ultimate you want to manifest, the ultimate body, the ultimate mind, the ultimate reality, whatever you want to manifest. Hold that visualization, see that it has already manifested. You'll see that just by chanting the Sankalpa and holding the conscious visualization, it will simply manifest as a reality. Sankalpa. ॐ ममोपार्थ समस्ता विरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्तिसमेता श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवप्रीत्यर्थं च अद्य पूर्वोक्ता एवं गुणा विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदिनौ पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त मृदगात्र यौगिकशरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमेश्वरशक्त्याविष्करणार्थं नित्यानन्दयोगाभ्यासं करिष्ये। ॐ अपौपस्पृश्य. Please wash your hands with an agni of water into the Nithyananda Yoga.
All teachings and instructions given during the yoga program and sessions are intended only for the general wellness and educational purposes. They are not to be taken as or used as a replacement for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
And now We'll be entering into the first asana for today. As we begin the Tritiya Vinyasa Krama series, we will be beginning with Kshemasana, the auspicious pose. Start seated comfortably with your legs crossed in Siddhasana and rest your elbows gently on your thighs as you interlace your fingers in front of your chest and then lean your chin softly on the top of your hands. Elongate your spine, rounded posture as you rest your upper body in this supported forward lean in Kshemasana. Visualize yourself being auspiciously blessed. Feel your spine rise with ease, your heart open and calm. Hold the Parashamudra, Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat flames raising up and along the spine. Mula Bandha, contracting the muscles of the pelvic floor as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. This japa will rotate clockwise in your throat center throughout the yoga sequence. Kshemasana, Kshemam Yasmin Bhave Dehe Tat Kshemasana Muchyate.
The next asana is Kubjasana or the humpback pose. Here you will continue to remain seated with your legs crossed and spine tall. Inhale deeply to lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, gently bend forward from the hips, drawing your chin slowly towards your navel and consciously extending your spine. Let your shoulder gently rise as you try and crack your upper spine, separating each vertebrae, curving your upper back like a humpback. Here you'll be visualizing yourself releasing the tension in your upper back like a hump gracefully curving outward. Imagine the spine softly rounding and controlling the length and relaxation. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling deeply, visualizing heat flames raising up the spine, Jalandhara Bandha and Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Kubjasana, Nabho Simharadam Kom Chayami Esa Kubjasanam Tu. The next asana is Jaganya Charana Griva. Slowly and smoothly roll your neck in a full circle, moving ear to shoulder, back, and the other side. Keep your shoulders down and neck muscles relaxed to avoid the tension. Visualize prana flowing freely through your neck, cleaning tightness and dissolving stiffness. See golden light flushing away stagnant energy, lubricating and strengthening each connection. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Jaganya Charana Griva. Analoma Vidhanabhyam Charanagrabhramo Bhavet. Dashada Charana Mukhya Jaganyanya Smita Bhude. The next is Jaganya Charana Griva. Slowly lift your chin up toward the ceiling to stretch the front of your neck. Visualize prana flowing freely through your neck, cleaning tightness and dissolving stiffness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Anuloma Vidhanabhyam Charanagrabhramo Bhavet. Dashada Charana Mukhya Jaganyanya Smrita Bhude.
Next is Jaganya Charana, or the dynamic movement, shoulder rotation. So here you'll continue to remain seated in a cross-leg position and extend your arms out wide and bend the elbows and rotate your shoulders in slow circles, making both small and large rotations in each direction, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Keep your core gently engaged and your upper body relaxed as you move. Visualize your prana flowing freely through your shoulder joints and ligaments, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. See golden light flushing away any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka, which is inhaling deeply, visualizing the heat flames raising up along the spine. Mula Bandha, firmly contracting the muscles of the pelvic floor. And chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Jaganya Charana Skanda. Analoma Vidhanabhyam Charanagrabhramo Bhavet. दशदाचरणमुख्या जगन्यन्या स्मृता बुधे. The next asana is Jaganya Charana Manibandha. This is the dynamic wrist rotation. Clench your hands into fists and extend your arms out wide or in front of you. Rotate your wrists in large controlled circles to warm up the joints. Visualize prana flowing freely through every joint, ligament, and tendon, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Jaganyanya Smrita Abhude.
The next asana is Jaganya Charana, the dynamic movement, finger upward, away from you. Avoid moving too quickly or locking your elbows. Keep your movement slow and controlled. Prana flowing freely to every joint, ligament, and tendon, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. The golden light flushing away stagnant energy and lubricating and strengthening each connection. Here you will be holding the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
लोमविधानाभ्यां चरणाग्रभ्रमो भवेत् दशदाचरणमुख्या जगन्यन्या स्मृता बुधे. The next is the Karuna Samdigrahana. This is the dynamic movement of squeezing wrists. Now, from a seated position, clasp your wrist with the opposite hand and gently squeeze and massage the inner joint. Apply as much pressure as you can comfortably tolerate. And visualize the prana flowing freely through your wrist joint, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Karuna Samdigrahana. बाहुचरणमावोक्तं चरणग्रहाणमेव च पादस्य सन्धिग्रहणं करसन्धिस्तदेव च.
The next asana is Chandrasana or the half moon pose. So here you'll continue to remain seated in a comfortable cross-legged position with your spine tall. Place one hand on the ground beside you and your hip, beside your hip, and reach your opposite arm up and body, grounding your sitting bones open towards the front. Visualize your prana flowing freely through the sides of your body, clearing any tightness and dissolving the stiffness. The golden light flushing away stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivo.
Chandrasana. तद्वत्पादचयं कृत्वा सुतलोऽन्योन्यसंस्थितं चन्द्रम् एव कथितमिति तद् उवत् पद्मासनवद् द्विगुणपादद्वयं कर्त्येवार्थः. The next asana is Chandrasana, repeated on the other side. तद्वत्पादचयं कृत्वा सुतलोऽन्योन्यसंस्थितं चन्द्रम् एव कथितम् इति तत् उवत् पद्मासनवद् द्विगुणपादचयं कर्त्येवार्थः.
The next asana is Jaganya Charana or the dynamic movement toe flexions. So here you'll be seated with your legs extended straight in front of your spine. Clench your toes tightly, then extend and spread them wide to activate the foot muscles. Move your toes individually or together to increase flexibility and strength. Here you'll be visualizing the prana flowing freely through every joint, every ligament, and every tendon in your feet, clearing any tightness and dissolving the stiffness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जगन्य चरण अंगुली अनुलोम विधानाभ्यां चरणाग्रभ्रमो भवेत् दशराचरण मुख्या जगन्यन्या स्मृता बुधे. The next asana is the Jaganya Charana Gulpa, the ankle rotations. Lift your feet slightly off the ground and begin to rotate your ankles in slow controlled circles. Make both small and large rotations in each direction to warm up the ankle joints. Visualize prana flowing freely through your ankle joints, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. So you'll be lifting your ankles a bit off the ground so you can rotate them. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Jaganya Charana Gulbha. अनलोमविधानाभ्यां चरणाग्रभ्रमो भवेत् दशदाचरणमुख्या जगन्यन्या स्मृता भुजे.
The next asana is Janu Samdhigrahana, or squeezing the knee joints. So here you'll come to a cross-leg position and cast your not as much pressure as you can comfortably tolerate. Visualize the prana flowing freely through your knee joints, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness, and see golden light flushing away any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पादस्य संधिग्रहणं करसन्धिस्तदेव च. The next asana is Gulbha Samdhigrahana. This is the squeezing of the ankle joints. Now, clasp your ankle with both of your hands and gently squeeze as you massage the inner joint, applying as much pressure as you comfortably can. Visualize the prana flowing freely through your ankle joints, clearing tightness, and see a golden light flushing away all stagnant energy. Gulbha Samdhigrahana. बाहुचरणमावोक्तं चरणग्रहाणमेव च पादस्य सन्धिग्रहणं करसन्धिस्तदेव च.
The next asana is Pada Samdhiragrahana, or squeezing the feet joints. So here you'll continue and gently squeezing and massaging you tolerate. Here you'll continue to visualize the feet, any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra.
पादसन्धिग्रहणं बाहुचरणमावोक्तं चरणग्रहाणमेव च पादस्य सन्धिग्रहणं करसन्धिस्तदेव च. The next asana is Balanathasana. Foot on top of the other, hooking the top of the foot upward to engage the front part of your shin. Keep your fingers interlaced between your thighs at the groin for a deep stretch. Visualize sorry for the technical glitch. We will now be continuing with Balanathasana. The next asana is Balanathasana, which is previously on.
And your spine straight. Bring your hands together in your groin region for grounding and keep your spine tall and core engaged, avoiding stress on your lower back. Maintain even pressure through your energy rising naturally from the earth through you and settling into a calm, centered presence as awareness is drawn inwards.
Asana. The next asana is Mridu Parivritti, the soft rotations. Continuously rotate your feet outward and inward to engage ankle mobility. Press the backs of your hands together in front of your chest. So your hands will be pressed, the backs of your hands will be pressed together in front of your chest, with your fingers pointing down and elbows raised high as you rotate your hands to open the prana flowing freely through every joint, ligament, and tendon. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Mridu Parivritti. Katim Pracharya Nave Hastangulin Mridu Bandhanam Parivartayet.
Next asana is Sharira Shuddhi Pravaha. Your hands resting gently on your knees. Inhale sharply, sweeping the arms straight upwards to open your chest and shoulders. Exhale powerfully, leaving your arms to chest height and pulling your elbows back. Inhale strongly, opening your fingers, toes, and shoulders as you widen your eyes. Exhale fully. Visualize the prana flowing freely through every joint, ligament, and tendon, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. Continue to see the golden energy, the golden light, flushing stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Sharira Shuddhi Pravaha. Panchendriya Marmastale Niyojayet Pada. The next asana is Samhita Kutili Asana. Start seated with your knees bent and feet flat, relaxing your wrists. So you'll bring one knee towards the ground and bring your hands by your sides, relaxing your wrists and fingers comfortably. Keeping your shoulders relaxed and core engaged. Visualize prana flowing freely through your wrist joint, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kunam, Ridabahu, Bandhanam, Stilam. The next is Samhita Kutili Asana, repeated on the other side. Samklishtapadāsanam, Ridabahu, Bandhanam, Stilam.
The next asana is Urdhva Kati Pradhana, or the upward waist placement. Start seated with your legs extended straight in front of you. So you'll extend beyond your armpits to open the deep hip joints. Rotate the bent leg slowly and smoothly to loosen the hip joint and then increase the mobility. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your spine long throughout the movement. Visualize the prana flowing freely through your hip joints and see the golden light flushing away any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda.
Padim Prishto Urdhvam Prerayet. The next is Urdhva Katita Pradhana Parshvantire, repeated on the other side. The next asana is Gala Prananyasa. Now interlace your fingers and lift your arms overhead, keeping your elbows wide and active. So you'll be kneeling, sitting on your heels in a normal Vajrasana. Now interlace your fingers and visualize your prana flowing freely through the sides of your body, cleaning tightness and dissolving stiffness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashiva. Gala Prananyasa.
The next asana is Sudha Prana Pravaha, or breath purification flow. So here you'll come standing to a standing position with your feet hip width apart and your spine straight for strong alignment. Keep your shoulders relaxed and arms active without lifting your shoulders. Continue to visualize the prana flowing freely through the sides of your body and clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. See the golden light flushing away any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The next asana is Skandha Parivritti. The shoulder spins. Continuing to remain in a stand, tips firmly on your shoulders. Now slowly rotate your shoulders in both small and large circles, moving in each direction. Visualize prana flowing freely through your shoulder joints, ligaments, and tendon, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. Purnam dhirgam nabhita pakvam matra kampanam.
The next asana is Jaganya Charana, the dynamic movement spinal rotations. So here you continue to remain standing firmly on your feet with hip wide apart and spine tall for balance support. Place your hands on your hips or let them rest by your side naturally for comfort. Slowly rotate your upper body towards one side, keeping during the twist. So here you'll be twisting from side to side and keep your core strong. Continue to visualize the energy of the prana flowing freely through the sides of your body and see golden light flushing away any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Jaganya Charana Prishtham. Analoma Vidhanabhyam Charanagrabhramo Bhavet. Dashada Charana Mukhya Jaganyanya Smita Abhude. Now, in a standing position with your feet hip width apart, place your hands firmly on your hips to support the movement and slowly rotate your hips in a controlled circular motion, moving in both directions clockwise and counterclockwise. Visualize prana flowing freely through your hip joints, clearing tight. Jaganya Charanakati. अनुलोमविधानाभ्यां चरणाग्रभ्रमो भवेत् दशदाचरणमुख्या जगन्यन्या स्मृता बुधे.
The next asana is Jaganya Charana Janu, dynamic movements of the knee rotations. So now that you are side by side and your feet together, so put your feet together and then rotate the knees in a slow, controlled circular motion. Visualize the prana flowing freely through the knee joints and see the golden light flushing away any stagnant energy and lymphatic flow, building confidence through the physical mastery, envisioning inner radiance and nurturing the warrior spirit.
मुख्या जगन्यन्या स्मृता बुधे. The next asana is Shringari Pavasana. Now in a standing position, place one foot. Now standing tall in one foot with your spine tall, the level of your calf. It should be placed behind you. Here, visualize your foundation adorned with conscious grace. Each foot moves like a sacred ornament. Shringari Pavasana. Atha Shringari Pavasana. Now we'll be repeating Shringari Pavasana on the other side. Atha Shringari Pavasana.
The next asana is Sthir Angushtasana, or the steady big naturally by your side and soften your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen through the spine and lift gently through the crown of your head. Maintain a steady breath and a calm balance present as you hold the posture. Visualize your big toes as two palms stacking into the clean alignment and steady strength. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. This asana helps to ground the feet and refines postural alignment.
Atha Stirangushthasana. The next asana is Varapadadhyanasana. The blessed auspicious feet pose. Now from a standing position, standing tall with your legs extended and feet flat on the ground, you are into pronations onto the sides of your heels. Next, rotate into supination onto the insides of your feet and return to your toes. You'll be repeating this rotation in a controlled movement. Visualize prana flowing freely through your feet, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. कक्षयोपादिसन्धिश्च धारणं कटिथे बुधा उदरस्कन्धयोश्चैव धारणं वरपादयोः.
The next asana is Putana Trayasana, or the tree type strike pose. So here you'll be coming in, gathering inner strength on your exhale, striking your arms firmly against your thighs with your fists. Then followed by striking the sides of your torsos. Then using your arms, control force but avoiding injury. Keep your core engaged and your shoulders. See golden light flushing away any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So this asana helps to increase muscle activation and strength and improves wrist and joint stability by keeping the wrist tone muscles and improves shoulder stability.
कुटत्रयाणासना बाहुतादये गुरु पार्श्वकं चदिकं मुष्टिबाहुपाश्नि भूमौ कुटत्रयनाशनमिति त्रिवित्ताधनम् इति. Pose. Now begin standing tall with your feet shoulder width up, back into a squat, keeping your heels grounded. Keep your spine long, and as you lower, press your knees gently outward. Steady rhythmic breathing throughout. As you repeat the sitting and standing movement. Visualize prana flowing freely through your legs, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. See golden light flushing away stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Punarutthanasana. पुनश्चैव त्रिजानुभ्यां तले हस्तविधारणं पुनरुत्थाविराति यथा शक्त्या.
Next asana is Balavat Janu Dipatana, or forceful knee drop. So this asana, you'll be standing tall with your hip width apart and the spine straight. Then take a deep breath in, preparing the body. Exhale forcefully as you gently drop down to a kneeling position, downward through the knees and into the ground. And keep your spine tall and core engaged to maintain strength. Here you'll continue to visualize the prana flowing freely through every joint, away any stagnant energy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
बलवज्जानुनिपातना निःश्वस्य बलवत् निपीत्य बलं गृहीत्वा निघातयेत्. The next asana is Udara abdomen stretch pose. Now start seated with one knee bent and feet flat on the ground, with you on the ground. Place your hands on each respective knee. Inhale to lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, gently twist your upper body towards the raise of the twist. Visualize a golden flame steadily burning at your navel, radiating strength and unwavering willpower. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, all of your senses, and then bring your attention inwards as you hold as long as comfortable, and then exhale slowly and repeat. Perform the Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. द्वारसप्तति चत्वारुत्र भवन्त्येव मह्यश्रमगुणैर्यथा.
The next asana
is Uddirakarshanaasana. Asanamityevam katitam द्वारसप्तदा चत्वारुत्र भवन्त्येव मह्यश्रमगुणैर्यथा.
The next asana is Nagesasana, or the Lord of Serpent pose. Towards your chest, place the feet flat on the ground, with your knees close to your chest. Then take your right arm and thread it through your both legs. Then wrap your left arm around the raised left knee. Clasp your spine and gently hug to deepen the embrace. Engage your core lightly to support your lower back. Continue to visualize yourself. Here you'll visualize yourself as a serpent force coiling calmly within you, gathering scattered energy towards the center and interlacing the fingers firmly, forming the shape of an axe. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, which is inhaling deeply and holding the breath while withdrawing the senses. Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Atha Nageshasana. The next asana is Nageshasana, repeated on the other side. Atha Nageshasana. Now start seated with your legs together and both of your feet touching. Now place your knees on the floor, bending your knees wide apart. Place your hands on your respective knees for support. Inhale to lengthen your spine and then exhale as you lean forward and all the way down towards your heels. Keep your sitting bones grounded and avoid forcing the stretch. So your forehead will be coming all the way to your heels. Visualize your body as a vessel that has released its rigid form. Old structures soften and fall away, no longer resisting pressure. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Your hands will be on your knees, with your elbows relaxed.
Asana is Virasana Katvari. Chatvari. Here you will be seated with one leg extended forward and your spine upright. Place your hands on the ground behind you with your fingers pointed slightly upward to support your chest. Now bend the opposite knee and place the outside edge of that ankle onto the thigh just above the knee of your extended leg. Keep your extended leg active and flex the foot as you lift your chest gently. It's steady, breath steady, and mind steady. With each inhale, feel the inner strength rise up the spine. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Atha Virasana. The next asana is Vamardha Padmasana. Vamardha Padasana. Now your fingers will be angled comfortably outwards. Now lift one foot and place the outside of the ankle just below the opposite knee, allowing the bent leg to open gently. Visualize the hip as a tight knot, being patiently untied, not forced. Each breath loosening it one clean layer at a time. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, as you chant Om Nithyananda.
The next asana is Rejuvenate Yogasana, or the heart-knee connection pose. So here you continue to remain seated with your facing the knee in front of the side of your heart, and bend the other leg placing the ankle in front of the perineum. Use your hands to lift and hold your foot firmly to the center of your chest, and keep your chest open and shoulders relaxed center to your bent knee, symbolizing the union of love and grounded stability. This asana helps to balance the energy flow between the heart and the lower body. Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Trijanasam Yogasana. एकस्य पार्श्वे उरसी जानुं निधाय अन्यत्र गुल्फं स्थापयित्वा हस्तेन धारयेत् Vijayastushatai asana. This is the husk pose. Now start seated with both of your legs extended straight out in front of you and spine tall. Now bend one knee and bring the heel close to your groin, as close as possible. Bring your palms together in front of your chest in the Namaskara Mudra. Visualize yourself seated as the grain after being husked, stripped of all but what is necessary. Atha Dushadayasana. The next is Vakrasana. This is the twisted pose. Now from Tushikayasana, twist towards one side. Whichever leg is bent, you'll be twisting to that side as you hand will come behind you. Visualize your spine like a tall, flexible rope being wrung out from the center. All tension and heaviness squeezed without strain. Squeezed free without strain. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vakrasana. Atha Vakrasana.
The next asana is Viparita Adha Matsyendrasana. So here you put your feet flat on the ground. So extend the arm opposite the raised knee over and across it, pressing gently while reaching towards the outer shin of the extended leg. Place the other hand behind you for firm balance. Visualize, hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Tatyara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
विपरीत अर्धमत्स्येन्द्रासन विपरीत अर्धमत्स्येन्द्रासनं नाम पादमेकम् ऊर्ध्वं कृत्वा अपरं जाननीन्यस्य पार्श्वे शिरो निवेशयेत्. The next asana is Shankahasana Purvanga. Place the opposite foot on the upper inner thigh of the extended leg, creating a bent leg position. Now, if the right leg is extended, wrap your right arm behind your back and reach towards the foot of the left leg. So your left leg will be on the opposite inner thigh of the extended leg. The extended leg. The grip increases the intensity of the twist. Visualize a luminous conch shell spiraling inward at your heart. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara पादं प्रसार्य परं कुञ्चयित्वा दक्षिणहस्ते पूरयेत् रेचकेन पार्श्वे परिणामय पादतलं गृह्णीयात् पुनः पूरके वामहस्तं प्रसार्य पादं दीर्घयेत् नियतकुम्भकेन दक्षिणस्कन्धं पृष्ठोदयं शङ्खवत् वर्तयेत्. पादैकं प्रसारित्यन्नं कुञ्चयित्वा दक्षिणहस्तानौ पूरयेत् रेचकेन पार्श्वे परिणामय पादतलं गृह्णीयात् पुनः पूरके वामहस्तं प्रसार्य पादं दीर्घयेत्.
The next asana is Vama Siddhasana, or the accomplished pose to the left. So here you tall and chest upright and interlace the fingers at the navel center. Visualize the prana flowing freely through your legs and clearing all tightness and dissolving stiffness. See the golden light flushing away stagnant energy. Hold the Parashum Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, which is inhalation, supports spinal lengthening, encouraging breath awareness, fostering mental clarity, and cultivating steady seated presence.
अथ वामसिद्धासना. The next asana is Shankahasana Uttaranga. Now, now extend both your legs out in front of you. Okay, so sorry. So now you'll start seated with your right foot placed at your perineum, and only your left leg will be extended straight in front of you. Now bring your right arm across your body to reach and hold the left foot. At the same time, extend your left hand to hold onto the left foot as well, creating a firm grip. Open your chest sideways towards the side outside of this straight left leg. Visualize a luminous conch shell spiraling inward at your heart, its pearly form radiating purity and divine light. Hear its eternal vibration of Om. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Shankahasana Uttaranga. उभौ बाहु परिवर्त्य प्रसारितं पादं प्रसारयेत् प्रसारितपार्श्वे नियतबन्धेन वृत्तिं कृत्वा शक्तिं प्रवर्तयेत्.
The next asana is Dandasana Dve, the staff pose 2. So here you'll be from the seated position, extend both knees down. Keep your spine elongated and avoid arching your back as you gaze forward. Visualize yourself as a strong wooden staff, solid, durable, and unbreakable. You are unwavering, reliable under pressure, and provide firm support grounded in
Dandasanatve. दण्डपार्श्वं सहजं बन्धपिण्डं मयूरकम् एकपादं मयूरं च सम्मयूरमिहोच्यते. The next asana is Virasana Chatwari, repeated on the other side. Now bend the opposite foot, bringing your ankle to the knee of the extended leg. Placed just right outside your knee, and place your hands on the ground. Consistency. Inhale and feel the virya, the inner strength, rise up the spine as steady confidence. Exhale and let the hip release. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, Atha Virasana.
Next asana is Dakshinadha Padasana, or the right half foot pose. Flat feet on the ground, keeping your spine tall. Then place both hands on the ground behind you for support. Fingers angle comfortably outward. Lift one foot and place the leg to open gently. Keep your chest lifted as you lean slightly forward to stretch the side of the hips, maintaining steady breath and stable base through your hands and grounded foot. Visualize the side hip as a congested pocket being cleared, with space returning and pressure leaving and circulation improving.
Padasana. The next asana is Rejanasam Yogasana, repeated on the other side. Now start seated with your spine tall and legs extended in front of you. Now bend one knee as you bring it towards your chest. To lift and hold your bend the other leg, placing the ankle in front of the perineum. Use your hands to lift and hold your foot firmly at the center of your bent knee, symbolizing the union of love and grounded stability. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Trijanasam Yogasana. एकस्य पार्श्वे उरसी जानुं निधार्य अन्यत्र गुल्भं स्थापयित्वा हस्तेन धारयेत् त्रिजानुसं योगासनम् इति हृद्यजानुलेमनम्.
The next asana is Tusake Asana, or the husk pose repeated. So here you'll start seated with both legs extended right out in front of you, and keep your spine tall. Then bend one knee and bring the heel as close to your ground area as possible. Bring your palms together in front of your chest in Namaskara Mudra, and keep your leg active by pressing through the heel and maintain length in your spine. Engage your core gently to support your posture. Visualize yourself seated as the grain after husking, outward effort falling away to leave only what is necessary.
Sorry for the technical glitch. We'll now be entering into Tushukayasana. अथ Tushakayasana. Twist so that the opposite hand comes on the outside of the raised knee. So you'll be twisting on the same side as your foot. Visualize the wringing out of a wet cloth, stagnation and mental heaviness squeezed out. clarity left behind. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vakrasana Dve, Atha Vakrasana.
The inverted half Lord of Fisher's pose repeated on the other side. Leg. Foot flat on the ground. Take the arm opposite the raised knee and extend it over and across, pressing against the knee while keeping the arm straight. Now reach towards the outside of the shin of the extended leg with this arm. Place the other hand back flat on the ground for balance and keep the twist of your upper body, opening the chest towards the back. Keep your spine tall and all movements controlled. Visualize yourself as Matsyendra, the great yogi.
Viparita Ardha Matsyendrasana. विपरीत अर्धमच्चेन्द्रासनं नाम पादमेकम् ऊर्ध्वं कृत्वा अपरं जाननी पूर्वांga repeated on the other side. Now whichever leg was raised, bring that foot to the upper thigh of the extended leg. Now take the respective hand and circulate it around your torso. Visualize a luminous conch shell spiraling inward at your heart, its pearly form radiating purity and divine light. Hear its eternal vibration of Om, cleansing all negativity and awakening the inner stillness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhakamula Vanga. पादं प्रसार्य परं कुञ्चयित्वा दक्षिणहोस्ते पूरयेत् रेचकेन पार्श्वे परिणामय पादतलं गृह्णीयात् पुनः पूरके वामहस्तं प्रसार्य पादं दीर्घयेत्.
Next asana is Shankrahasana, the conch pose. On the inner thigh of the extended leg, creating a bent leg position. So for example, if the left leg is extended, extend your left arm forward to reach and hold the foot of the extended left leg. Wrap your right arm behind your back and reach towards the foot of the right leg. Keep your spine tall as you gently twist your upper body, deepening the stretch. Visualize yourself as a luminous. Here the external mudra pratyara kumbhaka mula bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
त्यनं कुञ्चयित्वा दक्षिणहोस्ते पूरयेत् रेचकेन पार्श्वे परिणामय पादतलं गृह्णीयात्. Now, from a seated position, your fingers at your navel center. Visualize prana flowing freely through your legs, clearing tightness and dissolving stiffness. Hold the Parishamudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dakshina Siddhasana. Atha Dakshina Siddhasana.
The next asana is Shankrahasana Uttaranga, or the conch pose, repeated on the other side. So here you'll start seated with your right foot placed on the perineum at the perineum and your left leg extended to your left foot, creating a firm grip. Open your chest sideways and continue to visualize yourself as a luminous conch. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Shankahasana Uttaranga. Shaktim Pravartayet. The next asana is Phanaguptasana, the hooded serpent pose. Now, start seated with your feet together in front of you, holding on to them gently with your hands. Keep your spine long as you inhale and then exhale, leaning forward and down from your hips, allowing your chest to reach forward and towards the ground. Lower your forehead towards your feet to deepen the stretch. Keep your legs Keep your legs engaged but avoid locking your knees. Breathe steadily and relax into the forward fold, feeling the stretch along your back and legs. Visualize yourself as the head of a majestic hooded serpent. As your awareness deepens, its hood spread wide. You'll be inhaling deeply through the nose, holding the breath comfortably, and then releasing through the nose. And perform the Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Hanaguptasana. द्विजसमप्यत्र कुक्कुटासनमुत्तमं फनगुप्तासनं चैव गरुडासनमेव च.
The next asana is Avaghata asana, which is the impact pose. So here you will start seated with the soles of your feet together in front of you, keeping the knees bent and extended outwards. Then slowly lean forward and down. But here you'll be extending your arm in front of you and away from your head. Bring your palms together and straighten your arms above your head, along and extended long, and visualize your body meeting the earth with complete acceptance. Hold the Anjali Mudra, which is bringing the palms together at the heart and fingertips aligned and softly pressing. The Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply through the nose and breathe comfortably, then release through the nose. Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda.
The next asana is Guni Harshasana. Now, start seated with the soles of your feet together and place your hands around your feet. Now, lift and pull your legs up towards your head, keeping your knees bent outwards. Hold the position and avoid rounding your lower back. Visualize yourself in this delight is not sought, it now. Guni Harshasana. Atha Guni Harshasana.
The next asana is Achaleshwara Asana, or the Lord of Immovable Pose. So here you'll continue to remain seated with your soles of your feet together and place your hands around the feet. Now lift and pull your leg upwards towards your head, keeping the knees bent outwards. Hold the position with a gentle hug to deepen the stretch. Maintain a tall spine and avoid round gathers inwards, yet nothing within you wavers. Keep your spine upright and a fixed axis amidst compression. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So this asks stability.
Atha Achaleshwarasana. The next asana is Chandra, seated comfortably with your spine tall and hands resting gently behind. So here your hands will be resting gently beside your torso on the ground for support. As you bend both your knees and bring your feet towards your chest. Press the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to gently open out to the sides in a butterfly or bound angle shape. And try to place your hands on the floor beside your torso. Visualize a glowing full moon cradled within the sanctuary of your inner womb space. Its silver light flows gently through the left channel, cooling and calming. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha Ro Nyasya Sane Pado Uro Nyaset Nimilitta Akshara Swasa Marutam Chandra Nadyam Chalayet.
Asana. But now you will bend both knees and bring your feet towards your head, aiming to gently press the soles of your feet close to your forehead or the top of your head. So as much as you can bring the feet towards the top. If needed, use the wall as support. Visualize yourself as a luminous embryo created within the cosmic womb, surrounded by the sphere of golden light. The world outside disappears as you rest in perfect stillness. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Garbhasana. Garbhasanam nama pado shirasi samsthapya hastau choranguyet bhadrattamasana purvanga. Now, in a seated or lying position, lying comfortably, with your legs extended, wrap both of your arms around your ankles, bringing your hands together around the lower legs. Stack your hand mudras, one hand resting above the other, to create a secure bind. Drive your hands upwards gently towards the crown of your head. Visualize a radiant jewel deep within your core, flawless and self-luminous. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So this can be done either sitting or lying down. Ratnamasana Purvanga Gulbhayukme Bhuja Veshtya Karamudram Samunnayet.
Ratna, Ratna, Ratnamasana, or the jewel pose. So here you will start sitting with the soles of your feet joined together in a coiled bind position, creating a firm connection. And as you exhale, swiftly swing your heels upward towards the crown of your head, engaging your core to control movement. So during a full and half breath cycle, tense your entire body in an empty lock, Mula Bandha, and create a firm, energized suspicion. Hold this motionless, coiled posture steadily and with precision, like a flawless jewel. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Ratnamasana Chandhare sam kukshipet पुनर्धकुम्भके काले कायं संस्थाप्य शून्यकबन्धनं रत्नकरं रत्नाकारं स्थितम् आस्थाय निश्चलं धारयेत्. The next asana is Ratnamasana Uttaranga, the 12 pose progression. Now, from Ratnamasana, you will be carefully threading the backs of your knees over your shoulders. So, this is going into a deeper stretch as you bring your legs up and behind your shoulders so your thighs rest on your shoulders. Firmly draw your big toes towards your ears, creating a deep stretch and secure hold. With this position in place, practice empty breath retention. The Kumbhaka, the Sahaja Kumbhaka, by holding your breath out steadily for 7 controlled cycles. Visualize a radiant jewel deep within your core floor. Ratnamasana Uttaranga. Januprishtau karna kone need. Padangushthayugam
Is Sanandha, Sanandana Asana, the source of discourse. So here you can relax and come to a seated position with your soles of your feet together in front of you and bend the knees outward towards the ground if possible. Keep your spine tall and elongated for length and place your hands on your respective knees and relax. Engage the core gently to support hips open and resting wide on the ears. This asana helps to open the hip and groin area and calms the mind through the crossed arms and tall spine. Engage the core for stability, and this asana helps to foster grounded awareness with ease.
Sanandanasana. Atha Sanandanasana. The next asana is Nagarjunasana. This is a serpent stage Arjuna pose. Now from Sanandanasana, you'll be crossing your hands so that you hold on to the opposite ankles. Visualize, be in quiet clarity, grounded with attention turned inwards. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nagarjunasana. Atha Nagarjunasana.
The next asana is Bana Khandi Asana or separated limb pose. So here you'll be seated with the soles of your feet together in front of you and bend the knees outward. Keep your spine elongated and your chest upright as you bring one heel close to the perineum and the other foot in front of the opposite foot's toes. Cross your hands and hold the opposite foot's ankles, maintaining even grounding through your sitting bones for stability. Engage your core gently for support as the tension settles into a single contained space. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Vanakhandi Asana. Asana is Prakati Pavasana. This is the spread foot pose. Now start seated with words. Raise your right leg and place its foot on your left upper arm. Then catch hold of its toes with your left hand. Place your right hand on your right neck for support. Engage your core to maintain balance and keep your gaze steady forward. Visualize aligning with your original innate state. Effort dissolves, softening into fluid, intuitive coordination. For the Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka Mula Bandha, as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prakriti Pavasana. Both of your legs will be raised up onto the left hand. Atha
Repeat it on the other side. So keep your spine elongated and your chest upright. As you bring one heel close to the perineum and the other foot just in front of the opposite foot's toes. So cross your hands and hold the opposite foot's ankles. Maintain even grounding through your sitting bones. Visualize your joint feet as a single root of existence from which dualities emerge and separate. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Atha Vanakhandi Asana. The next asana is Prakriti Pavasana, repeated on the other side. So from Vanakhandi Asana, you'll be seated with your spine tall, legs extended. Now this time you'll be lifting your right leg and holding the right ankle with your right elbow joint, raising the leg upwards and raising your left leg to place its foot on your right upper arm. Catch hold of its toes with your right hand. Place your left hand on your left neck for support. Prakriti Pavasana. अथ प्रकृतिपवासना.
The next asana is Brahman Adhivarnasana, or the Creator's Hue pose. So here you'll be seated in a cross-legged position and in Padmasana. So you'll be seated in Padmasana with your spine tall and shoulders relaxed, outside in, and the thumbs together facing upwards. Lower the head gently downward in a controlled mindful movement and bring your gaze towards your heart or the ground. With this posture is established, focus your attention inwards and meditate deeply on the sacred syllable Om. Visualize a brilliant golden light filling your inner space and seat in the luminous aura of Brahma from the navel and bring it to the region of the heart. Then perform Uddiyana Bandha, applying the Jalandhara Bandha or the Mahamudra Bandha, contracting the pelvic floor, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
You'll be performing Brahman Adhivarnasana. Brahman Adhivarnasanam Nama Padam Padmasanasto Hasto Brahmagrantim Bhadva Mudni. This is the pride pose. Start seated comfortably with your legs crossed and then place each foot on the opposite hips onto the opposite hips as in Padmasana. Rest your elbows gently on your thighs, interlace your fingers. Keep your spine long and straight. Visualize a deep pride arising within you, not from ego, but from your sacred connection to Shiva. Hold the Parishamudra, Krityashesha Kukumbhaka, Mahamudra Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Garvasana. पद्मासनं समस्थाय हस्तौ वक्षसि संस्थितौ गर्भाविष्ठ इव तिष्ठेत् गर्भासनमिति idam smritam.
Continue to sit in Padmasana with your spine tall and shoulders relaxed. Place each hand beneath in respective thigh, sliding your palms down to rest underneath. Keep your fingers relaxed and palms flat against the floor or mat for gentle support. Maintain even, steady breath as you hold this posture, keeping your chest open and gaze softly. Place the hands on the ground for gentle support. Visualize yourself seated as the center of radiance, swastika, each arm extended to the four directions in perfect balance. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Your palms will be facing on the floor for gentle support.
Swastika asana pancha. Swastika asanam pratamam hi gambhirasanam kshramam kukurma jnanam dhanam karshati hi kah paschimatanam. The next asana is Yoga Mudra Asana. Now start seated in Padmasana and with your spine tall and shoulders relaxed, lean your chest forward, bringing your forehead down onto the ground in front of you. Place the back of your hands on the ground beside you, with the palms facing upwards. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Parameshwaram, standing before you. Yoga Mudrasana. Karani Chitramanasa Yoga Mudra Vidunam.
Next asana is Virasana, or the empty pose. So here you continue to remain seated in Padmasana with your spine tall and shoulders relaxed. And lean now your upper body forward and gently maintaining the length in your spine. Take the left arm and reach it behind your while bringing the right arm across the front of your body. So lower the head down towards the ground, aiming for a gentle comfortable stretch. Visualize your body dissolving into pure space, every boundary fading into the vastness around you. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara, bringing prana to the heart space.
Rirasanam. Rirasanam ta Vigneyam Kakshasanamadap Param Grivasanam cha Paramam.
Pose 3. So here you'll be seated in Padmasana with your spine tall and shoulders relaxed. Lean your upper body forward, resting your elbows gently on top of your thighs. Cup your hands at the side of your chest, using them for leverage and support as you lean forward. Keep your spine long and your chest open as you fold gently. Visualize yourself as a large turtle resting within the still depth of the ocean. Your awareness withdraws inwards like the limbs into a shell, safe and steady. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. You'll be keeping your hands, yes, as a cup to the side of your chest. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Remember, your elbows are going to be resting on your thighs.
Dandapashvam cha sahajam bandapindamayurakam ekapadam mayuram cha sanmayurame huchyate. Next asana is now in a seated Padmasana with your spine tall, shoulders relaxed. Lean your upper body forward, gently maintaining length in your spine. Take the right arm and reach it behind your back, holding onto the left arm while bringing the left hand across the front of your body. Rirasanam. Rirasanam tu Vigneyam Kakshasanamatap Param Grivasanam cha Paramam.
You'll be seated in Padmasana and you'll be placing the this you'll be placing so from your yes so you'll be placing the hands on opposite sides of your big toes. So you'll be holding the opposite big toes. Maintain the broadness across your chest and draw your shoulders back and hold. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Parameswaram, seated upon the golden throne, radiating boundless light. His eyes limitless, galaxies of compassion. Hold the Prana Mudra, Pratyahara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Parameswaram.
Karmukasana Chatvari. Padmasanam Samasthaya Purato Grihya Padayo Dakshidam. This asana is Tipikarasana. This is the sideways split pose. Now stand tall with your feet spread wide apart. We'll come to a standing position, standing tall with your feet spread wide apart. And breathe steadily as you distribute your weight evenly to both feet and slowly start lowering yourself to the ground. So you'll be extending your legs as wide as possible, entering into visualize yourself as as a palm tree, standing tall and resilient. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechaka Kumbhaka. So in Rechaka Kumbhaka, exhale fully and hold the breath out without inhaling while remaining steady and aware. And hold the Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Tipakarasana. आसन कौगुन शरीर को सो जाए
Parasana or the supreme pose. So now you'll be spreading your legs wide apart to front, spine lengthened and tall, and chest open. So this is another side split. Keep breathing calmly as you hold this steady grounding posture. Feel your breath flowing easily. Visualize yourself as Lord Virabhadra, fierce and purposeful. See your awareness charged with courage, decisive action, and unwavering focus. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechika Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
शिवाय जाई पवन सरल बाहे परासन कौगुन गाति बाई जाई. The next asana is Pinda Mayurasana. So from Parasana, you'll be lifting up off the ground, balancing on your hands. So your elbows will come to your abdomen. As you tuck your elbows into your abdomen, lean forward, shifting your weight onto your hands and lifting up and off the ground while in a side split. One leg will be in front next to your ear while the other leg extended backwards. Slowly lift your entire body off the ground, keeping your legs in a so his energy stabilizes your being. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechika Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ekam padam mayuragre prasaryekam mayuravat idam
Parasana or the supreme pose repeated on the other side. Lengthen tall. Keep your chest open while you breathe calmly as you hold this steady asana on the ground. Visualize yourself as a triangle, stable and balanced, and see awareness flowing evenly across all three Paramashivoham.
Parasana Kogana Asana Kogana Chora Siva Ijayi Pavana Saralabahe Parasana Kogana Gativa Ijayi. The next asana is Pinda Mayurasana, repeated on the other side. So from Parasana, you'll again be lifting up and off the ground with your legs in a split position. So this is the Pinda Mayurasana, repeated on the other side. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechika Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ekam Padam Mayuragre Prasari Ekam Mayuravat Idam Pinda Mayurakyam Sarvavyadhi Nivasakam.
The next asana is, yes, it is a very good stretch. The next asana is Prasarita asana or extended pose. So here you'll be stretching the leg out sideways and keep your chest and spine upright. Your hands can rest on the ground in front of you and gaze to the third eye. Here you'll be visualizing bliss oozing from every fiber of your being as you extend beyond the current limits. See awareness expanding with each stretch, embodying freedom, fluidity, and radiant joy. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechika Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रसारितासना पादाभ्यां प्रसार्य आत्मसुखं सुप्रसारितम्. The next asana is Uttana Padasana. So from Prasari with precision and control. Hold the Namaskara Mudra, Rechika Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttana Padasana. Vasishta Matakondinyam Urdu Kukkutameva cha Ashtavakramatodha Sorry for the technical glitch. We'll now be continuing with the next asana, the Upavishta Konasana. This is the seated wide angle pose. Now, spread your legs out sideways and lean your chest forward towards your nose. Visualize yourself seated in wide openness, awareness stretching to embrace all directions. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Rechika Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Upavishta Konasana. सप्तचक्रक्षालनाय वृक्षासनविशेषकान् जननेनेन्द्रियाध्याय कोनभेदान् समभ्यसेत्.
Asana is Dhanurasana Trini, or the bow pose 3. So here you'll be seated, holding the opposite big toes. Keep your right leg extended straight and pull the left foot to the right air, like a bow, and gaze forward. Visualize yourself as a bow, coiled with tension yet perfectly aligned. Your body, embodying readiness, control, and potential energy of awakened power. Hold the Prana Mudra, Pratyara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
धनुरासनत्रिणि पादाङ्गुष्ठौ तु पाणिभ्यां गृहीत्वा श्रवणावधि धनुराकर्षणं कृत्वा धनुरासनमुच्यते. Now sit grounded and steady, folding your left leg so it rests across the top of your right thigh. Place your hands gently over your lap for support. Keeping your chest lifted and your spine long, relax your shoulders and breathe calmly. Yourself in heroic steadiness, sitting with dignity and calm focus. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahari Kumbhaka Mulabandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Virasana Chatvari. द्विगुणं पतितं पादं वामं दक्षिणतः पदं कृत्वान्योन्यस्थलं तु विपरीतम् अथ उच्यते.
The next asana is Ekapadasana Dvi, or the 1-foot pose. So here you'll be sitting upright with the right leg extended long, gently lifting the left leg upward, guiding the foot towards your shoulder or the throat region. So if you're not able to put it behind on your shoulder, you can put it on your throat region, and then bring it behind the head. Bring your palms together at your chest in Namaskara Mudra and keep your spine lengthened, your chest expanded, precision and mindful control. And hold the Namaskara Mudra, Pratyara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकपादासना द्वे एकपादमतो कण्ठे उत्थाप्येकं च दण्डवत् करौ सम्पुटितौ कृत्वा एकपादं तदुच्यते. The next asana is Vamapada Shirshasana. So continuing to keep the foot on top of the head, you will bring the extended leg, the foot of the extended leg close to your perineum. So the heel will be resting close to your perineum. And you can continue to keep your palms in front of your chest in the Namaskara Mudra. Visualize yourself inverted, balancing on one foot with serene awareness. Hold the Namaskara Mudra. बेसिने बमने पगमाहिला उपरलावी दाकल्य पाचल्य परभागवा वा परचादवा वा ने हाथ जोड़ीने स्थिति करावीते विपादशी शासनम कहे वायचे ए आसन विशेष स्पतिकमाते पार्ष्णिमाम अपेचम ए आसनम चित्रजुओ.
The next asana is Ekapada Mayurasana, or the 1-foot peacock pose. So here you'll come on your hands with your palms pressed firmly on the floor and your fingers pointed back towards your body. Draw your elbows towards your navel center and slowly lean forward, lifting your chest and extending your legs off the ground as you balance horizontally like a peacock. Bring your left leg over your arms. Stay steady, avoiding collapse of the shoulders. Visualize yourself as a peacock, balanced on one foot, poised and radiant. See elegance, vigilance, and vibrant awareness flowing through your being. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyara Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Parameshivoham.
Ekapada Mayurasana. Harati Sakalo Ragan Asugulmodaraydin Abhibhavati Chadoshan Asanam Shri Mayuram Bahu. The next asana is Supta Trivikramasana. Now, lie flat, reaches near your ear. Hold the leg with both your hands securely while keeping your spine long and chest rounded. So the foot is going to go behind the head, while the opposite leg is stretched out in front of you. Visualize the heavens and the third angle piercing your very soul. See your body expanding and contracting like the universe itself. Hold the Shambhavi Mudra Pratyahara Kumbhaka Mula Bandha as you chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Supta Trivikramasana. उत्तानकूर्मं पीठं च सिंहं गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
The next asana is Shavasana Dve, or the horse pose 2. So here you'll be lying flat on your back with your legs stretched long and your arms soft by your sides. Keep your palms open towards the sky. Let the breath ease into its own rhythm, shoulders settle and face relax. Gaze quietly inward at the nose tip while the body lies unmoving. Allow the heart's knots to loosen as fatigue dissolves and the rest spreads through the whole body. Visualize your body as a dead, life and lifeless, while the supreme pontiff of Hinduism transcendence and the dissolution of mortal limitations, embodying freedom, liberation, and eternal presence of the divine consciousness. Hold the Shakti Chalana Mudra, or focus on the Muladhara, contracting the perineum to rouse any dormant Kundalini energy. Sahaja Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha, and chant Om Nithyananda Parameshivoham.
Shavasana Dve. उत्तानमूर्ध्वाशयनं विधाय प्रसार्य पादौ करसम्पुटितं हृदि नासाग्रे आधाय दृशं स्मरन् शिवन् पृष्ठोति यत्र शवासनं हि तत् शवासनं हृतिकुपि वातरग्रन्थिविभेदकं सर्वसृणाहिजित् हतश्रमं योगिसौख्यदम्. Now slowly start wiggling your fingers, your toes, start moving your feet side to side, shaking your hands, start moving your hands, your legs. Bring your knees to your chest, rock side to side, and you can come back up to a seated position. And with this, we have officially completed 100 asanas of the Tridya Vinyasa Krama series. If you want a more personalized experience and one-on-one guidance, be sure to join the Parameshwar Sena program, a 30-day program happening in Guinea-Bissau, West Africa. We will be coming to the conclusion of today's Nithyananda Yoga as we end with the Purna Mantra, offering our gratitude at the divine lotus feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूज्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओं तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्. bow down at Swamiji's feet as we offer our gratitude. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.